today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. They're each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made here at the 36. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
From the 41, Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play? Or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now who's got it? The defense does. They recover in the end zone. So this will go as a touchback. And, boy, you talk about going from jubilation to heartbreak, as that's a big turnover.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The Dolphins had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes The quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees, because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. On second down and 4. Jackson, that's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 31. On the option right is Jackson, and room there to work it inside the 25. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Tua now on 1st down. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there, a touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half with his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half. We'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Jackson on first down. Man open is Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And his throw is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route? Letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. This is caught by Robinson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He completes it to Wilson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. 2nd down, Gaskin. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now Jackson. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Jackson. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Dolphins, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile,